Welcome to the 64 Keys series. This particular audio is about the gate or Gene Key 24. Maybe you have gate or Gene Key 24 in your profile or in your human design chart. Or maybe you want to explore and simply learn more about this energy. You are very welcome to stick around and stay and listen to this audio. In the audio, I'm going to explain what the energy of the gate Gene Key 24 is all about, and also want to tell you the shadow, gift, and Siddhi expression of this energy in a very practical way so you can identify where you are with it. I'm Ola Luna. Welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to help me grow the channel, but also to make sure you get more notified about new videos. I'm a Gene Key and Human Design Guide, Moonologer and Channeler. I'm a 5-1 emotional manifestor on the lacks of uncertainty. So let's talk about Gene Key 24 and Gate 24. Gate 24 in Human Design System is called the Gate of Rationalization, and its astrological sign is Taurus. And the shadow of the Gene Key 24 is addiction, the gift is invention, and the Siddhi is silence. And now let's explore in more depth. And the 24th shadow Gene Key talks about addiction and how it affects our lives. Our brains are wired to be addicted to certain things, and this creates patterns of behavior that are quite hard to break sometimes, limiting our potential for growth and change. And this addiction can be anything, not just substances like alcohol or drugs, but also to ways of thinking. And we tend to stick to what we know and are comfortable with, even if it's not good for us. And this is because our brains have certain pathways that we use repeatedly, which becomes a habit. And this is the 24th shadow's influence, which keeps us stuck in these patterns. And we also often try to avoid the discomfort of change by distracting or numbing ourselves. But this doesn't solve the problem. The only way to break this cycle of addiction is through silence and stillness. Addiction affects not only our external actions, but also our internal world. So, where we keep repeating the same patterns in our relationships and lives. So, when we experience the fear of being in the void, we often respond by distracting ourselves with activity. However, this busyness can prevent us from experiencing the magic within us. And the shadow of addiction has two forms: it's repression and reaction. The reactive type often becomes a workaholic or gambler, while the repressive type might turn to alcohol. Both struggle with anxiety and avoid the natural chemical process happening within them by keeping busy. So, what are the shadow expressions of the Gene Key 24 in a more practical way? So, the shadow of addiction prevents people from making real changes in their lives. So, they try to change on the outside, like a new look, new hairstyle, fake new you. But you still follow your addiction patterns and don't change on the inside. This can lead to only making superficial changes in your life without really creating anything truly original. Addictive patterns of behavior to avoid feeling uncomfortable emotions could be numbing yourself through substances or even other means. Being overly reactive or workaholic to distract yourself from your inner turmoil, to avoid feelings, to avoid emotions. It could be inability to enjoy moments of rest and stillness, avoidance of deep introspection and self reflection, and lastly, tendency toward self sabotage and destructive behavior patterns. And now you know what are the expressions of the shadow of the Gene Key 24. So you can identify if you fall into any of them. And the gift of the Gene Key 24 is invention. And it's all about embracing the moments of awareness that arise spontaneously and allow for a shift in thinking and action. And these gaps can be as brief as a second or as long as a week, but they offer the opportunity for a gestalt shift in your life. And people with this gift, recognize and embrace the gaps in awareness rather than avoiding them. They accepting to be in the void of life. They discover that these gaps are not frightening at all, but magical and revealing at the same time. This gift contains the secret to genius, which is the ability to make quantum leaps. And the 24th gift is about bringing new things in the world, being original and surprising, and not following a set pattern. And it involves the mysterious process that take place within the deep gray areas of the brain, triggering original thinking and allowing the new neural pathways to open up. And magic and transformation actually happen within the gaps between these cycles. Addiction thinks in circles, whereas invention thinks in spirals. The 24th gift is the heart of the human creative process and the secret of creativity itself. Each time you hit one of these magical gaps, you have the opportunity to either shift up an octave in frequency or remain in the same loop. To cross this bridge, you must be willing to face your own ignorance and admit that you might never know everything. Invention often happens when you are at rest, sitting silently, sleeping, dreaming, or simply doing nothing at all. Okay, so what are the gift expression of the Gene Key 24? So if you express the gift frequency of this key, you are highly original thinker and doer. You have the ability to think and act in entirely new and creative ways, often surprising even yourself and others with your insights and ideas. You have the ability to make quantum leaps in your personal and professional lives. You're not bound by conventional thinking. Resting in the gap, aka void, between thoughts, sounds, and impulses. You do not try to fill every moment with activity or distraction, but rather embrace the gaps in your awareness and use them as a space for invention and creativity. You have the ability to make connections and see patterns that others might miss. You're often seen as visionary and leader in your field. The 24th Siddhi is about experiencing true silence, which is a state where the mind stops thinking completely. And this type of silence is not the same as the temporary quietness that can be achieved through meditation. So, what are the Siddhi expression of the Gene Key 24? So, if you experience the Siddhi expression, the Siddhi frequency of the Key 24, you experience deep inner stillness and are free from addiction and compulsion. You have the ability to rest in the present moment without feeling the need to do anything or fill the space with distractions. You are able to access a state of inner peace and clarity even in the midst of chaos or stress. You feel a sense of contentment and satisfaction with life as it is, without the need for external validation or stimulation. You have the ability to tap into the creative potential that exists within the gap between thoughts and actions. You are able to make quantum leaps in consciousness and awareness, and to experience profound insights and realizations about the nature of reality. Let me know in the comments if you have Gate 24 in your human design chart or if you have Gene Key 24 in your profile. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you found this practical and useful. If you are ready and interested in exploring your own Gene Key profile or human design chart and learning more about how they impact your life, consider booking a reading, because this in-depth analysis will provide you with valuable insights into your own personality, relationships, and life purpose, helping you to live a more fulfilling and authentic life. And you deserve to be you and live a life that your soul has chosen. And in the description below, we can find a link to my website where you can read notes about the Gene Key 24 and also other Gene Keys and channels and some blogs about human design and Gene Keys or moonology, about the moon, how it impacts you. So if you're just someone who likes to read the notes, you're very welcome to go to my website and read about them. Soak in this information and apply it in your life. And in the description below, you can also find a link to book a reading with me if you want to be impacted by me and my energy. And sending you much love, and I'll see you in the next video.